Hello, Wolfpack. We're going to be analysing Phantom today, FTM. We'll dive into the fundamentals quickly before anything else. So we can see that Phantom, just reading through the website briefly here, you can get a good idea of what Phantom is. Essentially, Phantom outlines some of the problems with Bitcoin and kind of says that, Bitcoin focuses a lot on decentralization and security, but in doing that and in focusing so much on those two things, it lacks in areas of, environmentally friendliness, fast transaction speeds, cheap transactions, etc. So Phantom set out in 2019 to kind of solve this problem using something called Lachesis, which is their kind of signature product here. They describe it as a revolutionary ABFT consensus mechanism, which allows Phantom to be much faster, cheaper, and more secure than older technologies, and extremely secure, So fast, cheap, and secure is kind of what they're aiming for, and they also claim to be decentralized as well, and open source, and also very scalable, so they're not going to be running into any problems like Ethereum has been running into. That's for fundamentals of Phantom. It's a little bit hard with coins like Phantom to determine whether the fundamentals are actually good or not, because there are kind of hundreds of coins that aim to do the same thing it's doing. So comparing them, to the competitors takes quite a lot of research, quite a lot of in-depth analysis, which I'd have to let you guys decide for yourself. I think Phantom's pretty good fundamentally, but I do understand that, there's definitely hundreds of coins aiming to do the same thing that could be potentially better, and it's obviously just, kind of impossible to analyze all of them. So what we can see on the TA though, and this is what we're mainly concerned about because this is a TA channel. The fundamentals, fundamentals help, especially for long-term investing, but swing trading, it's all about the TA. So we can see Phantom looks very nice here. Phantom has made this run up starting, in January this year at the start of the bull market, 85x essentially. So massive run up from a flat line throughout the entire bear market. We saw a few periods, or a period here where we ran up and we entered this downwards trend, broke out of that downwards trend, and broke up once again here in May. So that's pretty interesting how we saw this downwards trend, because we don't really see that typically on altcoins, but we formed this red resistance area through which, as you can see, we bounced around a lot back in April and March here, and we're kind of testing that resistance area right now in the current price action. Now, what am I expecting here for Phantom? Well, we can zoom up here a little bit and we can look into what's going on a closer scale. So we can see that we've flipped the bull market support band, which is the 20-week SMA and the 21-week EMA completely. We've tested it for support, so we have to assume that the bull market support band will be around here, and through these two candle wicks down, we've tested it for support, and we've entered a green candle currently. Now, obviously, a lot of this depends on what's happening with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is correcting currently. If Bitcoin corrects fully, we can expect to drop within this bull market support band, possibly catching some support on the lower side of it. I don't expect it to go much lower than that, but we have taken back the bull market support band. If we remove this quickly and bring up the 50 and 200 day SMAs, we've taken both of those and we're currently testing those for support as well. We'll remove those. We can see that, Phantom looks very nice. We're testing this resistance zone currently. We're yet to see a daily close above this resistance zone or within it. So what am I expecting for Phantom? Well, we can see the RSI is in a very overvalued position, and it's been heading up for a while. If we zoom up, we can see that it's in an ascending channel here on the RSI. So that's bearish, technically. All right. So we would expect the RSI to break below here. But as to whether that happens before we get into this resistance zone or not is the big question. What I'd be expecting on Phantom is possibly a break above this resistance zone, just due to the fact that this resistance zone is definitely weaker than the bull market support band is as a support. So we'll break above this resistance zone and we'll bounce around in this resistance zone for a little while until Bitcoin gains some strength. And why do I think this is going to happen? Well, as you can see here, when we broke into this resistance zone, when we fell back into it, we can see that it held a support for a long period of time, up to 2 months. So there's really no reason why we would fall below this resistance zone if we break into it. So that's what I'm looking for on Phantom. I'm looking for a break of that, 40 cent resistance. Once we break that, I wouldn't be looking for any trades just yet until Bitcoin clears up a little bit, potentially takes back 48k. That's where I'm looking for a continuation on Bitcoin, 48k. That might take a little while in light of this recent correction, but if the Bitcoin correction gets really bad and say it takes us down to our lowest target in our Telegram group, which is 41.4k, we could expect the reverse scenario with Phantom, where we drop back into this bull market support band, bounce off the bottom, and start bouncing around until Bitcoin makes a move. Either way, I'm not expecting Phantom to make any big moves in the coming days. Well, that's classifying this as a kind of mediocre move here back into this resistance zone. I'm not expecting any massive breakouts above the resistance zone. Certainly in the future, if we remove these two lines here, certainly in the future, once we see some consolidation in this resistance zone, possibly see a double bottom, then we can break out to above and start seeing one of these massive spikes like we did in both February here, we saw a big spike, and May here, we saw a big spike. Until that point, I just want to focus on taking back the resistance. If we look here on the weekly chart, we can see that possibly within the next couple of weeks, we'll be looking for a bullish MACD cross on Phantom, which actually could be the catalyst for bringing us over that resistance zone. But that's within the next couple of weeks. So in the short term here, 14 days, 10 days, we'll look to kind of bounce around this resistance zone, waiting for this MACD cross to come in, which would obviously give us the momentum to push above. As for the Bitcoin pair, well, there's not much to say about the Bitcoin pair here. We have some support in multiple regions in case of a massive Bitcoin pump that kind of drains altcoins a little bit. If we move across here, we have some support down here at 371 sats. We have some support down here at 514 sats that we want to be holding. If we fall below that point, we're going to be looking to enter a kind of Bitcoin pair bear market here in Phantom as we bounce between these ranges. What ideally we should be seeing here is as Bitcoin makes this move, we can expect a little bit of a drop in Phantom in the Bitcoin pair. We can drop down possibly to the 514 sat zone when Bitcoin reaches new all-time highs and altcoin dominance starts rising. Then we can see our pump here on Phantom all the way up to possibly new all-time highs on the Bitcoin pair as the bull market gets into full swing in the alt season. And this would create a double bottom, which would further kind of improve the quality of the run-up. So that's what I'm looking for on Phantom. Basically, all of my eyes on Phantom and all of your eyes should be on this resistance block here between 40 cents and 48 cents. And waiting for a breakout there to buy the breakout. As for now, I wouldn't be buying much Phantom. If you have Phantom, I'd be holding onto the bag. I probably would not be taking profits in this region just due to the fact that we're not necessarily bearish yet. If we drop below this bull market support band, we drop below 31 cents. That's when I'd be looking to take profits on Phantom and get out as quickly as possible. Because from that point, we only have one support zone here at about 27 cents before a drop down to our 20 cent to 14 cent region, which is almost, minus 50% from current prices. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope you guys have learned something about Phantom, taken into your watch list. If you have any coins you'd like me to analyze, please put them in the comments section below, because I like to analyze coins that you guys want to see. Otherwise, what's the point of what I'm doing? So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.